He can, which is not a lot to be done. There's a trade, and 10-5, or 5-10, I should say, is compLexity pick up the final round of the first half. It is time to go to a break. Can they have an effective T site as well? We'll find out shortly.
Make sure with the link in the description to csgo.net. To unbox your dream skins, they put you guys out with promo code MIES for %25 free bonus on deposit. So as an example, if you deposit $100, you get the $25 free unbox with, as you can see from the M4A4 case, I managed to unbox $48. M4A4, it's pretty nice profit right here, and good luck to you guys of your case.
Do you consider yourself an esports expert? Then try bets.net. Live and express bets. Odds depend on user's choice. Instant withdrawal, 24/7 support, and user-friendly interface. Everything is crystal clear. Bet and win with bets.net.
See if they can defend. Big odds on this map now. These are per map odds, 4.33 for compLexity. Now, those are very generous. Again, if compLexity can win the pistol, we could quickly have a tied score. This is the pick off compLexity, but now we'll have to ferry into the pistol round and the headshots and so on. They're charging in, or trying to, but the door seems quite close at the moment, and this could be a super brief pistol round, or perhaps not. Definite 1 versus 2. Third quickly gone. Taco down to it. 78 HP. It's pretty even, but Taco definitely needs to close the distance, but he won't. Taco will close his face, and that is a much needed pistol round for MIBR.
Yeah, that means that they've picked up both pistol rounds on this map now, and they'll give themselves the best chance to have the easiest time possible. 4 MP9s, let's go. I wonder how aggressive they'll be with those. I mean, there's so many close quarters on this map that the MP9s have a lot of value. compLexity with the force buy. What is the plan for them? One would imagine that they will have a pretty solid game plan. As noted, they have perhaps more preparation than some teams on this map. And there you go, Molly onto sandbags, instant smoke from Taco to keep Fur in position. That's very annoying. There's no HEs to deliver
Let's go and knife
an
it.
airstrike onto Fur.
Somebody knife him, please.
Oh no, dudes, he's dead in the smoke from Def. It's good enough.
complexity is still very dangerous. They've got plenty of smoke grenades. They could execute the smokes and force MIBR from their positions unless they're feeling a bit leery, and it seems they are with the forward smokes of their own. Taco taking Rick out. So much time on the clock, but there's been plenty of smoke deployment from complexity. The last one starts to stream in. Fallen playing up close with the UMP. He is expendable. Many of them are with the SMGs, and they've done enough for the time being. 4 versus 2. The bomb's being dropped, and Shazam will maybe be not far behind. Indeed, there he goes. Deagle kill. 2 kills for complexity. They're looking for a bomb plant. So I think they didn't get as much out of that as they would have expected as a minimum with so many grenades when they were on the ramp. But they got deleted. So things continue to be good for MIBR. It's eco territory for complexity.
Absolutely. Deagles, though. 4 Deagles. It's going to be interesting to see if they can do anything with that at all, to be honest, because of the close ranges of this map.
Yeah.
It's got to be hard, surely.
You don't have that horizontal plane, really, on this map again. I think that's one of the real main differences compared to the other maps. Denying information and so on, it's just a very different natured map in that respect. Complexity being denied across the board, it seems, in this particular round. Def will try to get something out of it, but coldzera will deny him, and we are quickly on to the buy round, and MIBR are a mere 3 rounds away from a 3rd map.
Indeed, but there is still time to turn it around for complexity, and it starts here. They've got the full buy with the full utility, and
can I just note that?
Yes.
If MIBR lose another map with this much of a lead, that is nightmare fuel.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, this is that point, isn't it, where it either is very simple and they close it down, they can forget about the first map and the series entirely. Obviously, they reset the situation and go to a 3rd map. Or the big comeback, and it becomes the breakout performance for complexity with Obo. And as you say, MIBR's nightmare fuel. So that will be quite interesting. And it's hard not to be a fan of complexity despite the limited preparation that they've had with this lineup. Just because, for me personally, I feel like they have some great pieces now that could work very well together. I think the aggressive and dynamic play of Obo, how versatile he is, I think that is exactly what complexity needed. And they have a lot of talent on their team now. A lot of talent.
But what do they have in terms of strats? They want to be a Vertigo team. Well, this is a great way to show it. Starting on the T side with Adversity, eating a perfectly timed grenade. Again, I spoke about MIBR. They most certainly have their own style on Vertigo, especially on the CT side from what we've seen so far. We saw a fair chunk of Vertigo in the online portion.
So they've actually faked out MIBR completely. Look how out of position the entire team is. They were convinced it was BJ. There wasn't even a player on B. There was not even a player there. It's just like 2 smokes, more or less.
This is good. This tells us that we may see an extended half of Counter-Strike, and that's what I want to see. But the post-plant is not looking so spectacular. Sick maybe looking to avoid some flashbangs or hide behind the wall. Didn't quite work out for him. And look at this retake. Yeah, there are no answers at all from complexity. Shazam's in a 1 versus 4. They're moving very, very quickly indeed. Maybe we'll see a wide swing. There's a high flashbang and he'll be eliminated. 3 players survive for MIBR. Despite being confused and being on the wrong side of the map, they survive with 3 players and they move to 14.
And one of the things there as well is that it could just be the case that, you know what, B is a site that is very difficult to retake in comparison to A. A is a more open bomb site, like getting like it's kind of like, you know what, it's very similar to Overpass, where A would be like the B bomb side of Overpass, where it's very difficult for the Ts to have effective post-plant positions. They have to fall all the way back off the site, and A on Overpass is B here, where once you have the side as the Ts, it's very easy to lock the CTs away, out and away from it. So that's perhaps why it's a bit easier in that sense to then overreact towards B, because you're more afraid of losing B. You need to get a foothold or kills as the push is coming in. whereas A, you don't need to necessarily.
Grenades streaming into the B bomb site. Will MIBR take the, they believe it this time? It seems they will. There's a fourth man rotating towards the site pretty quickly. Fallen moving through the smoke. Plenty of fire. There'll be an instant trade. A boost from Phelps over the smoke. Will he get two? One might be good enough. The bomb being planted on default. Man advantage for MIBR. Phelps moving wide. Lots of distractions to be had, but Ricketts got a good angle. Sick looking for a rotation. Surely he gets a sound cue soon. The door behind him is closed, though, which may be very helpful to MIBR indeed. They've got some retake smokes being lined up, but here comes Sick activating, but I think that's going to be a problem, that smoke grenade, but the threat of Sick lurking is a problem for MIBR as well. Still focused on trying to stop this. That bomb is so far ticked. MIBR are trapped. They've got people behind them and in front. Sick opens the door, takes the opportunity, leaves Fur alone in a 1 versus 3.
So there it is, first round, so compLexity's T side, and it looked really competitive still. So that's a great sign as far as MIBR are concerned. So looking forward to seeing if MIBR can sort of just shut this one down or not, because they do look pretty strong here. You know, it's a very different look in comparison to Train. It's so hard to know exactly what to expect. See Sick lining up a smoke grenade. Not sure where that one goes actually. Ah. Towards the A-block site. That was a nice smoke, actually. Can really create a lot of pressure, but there's a player there for MIBR. He's pretty deep on the A side of things. Oh, sprays, not bad, is it? Def and Ricket open things up towards the B bomb site as Def continues to push forwards, pressing as much as he can to get as much space as he can. MIBR being locked out of B again. More success on B.